Hi there, students. Aggregate, an adjective or a noun. Aggregate as a verb. So notice the adjective and the noun aggregate, but the verb to aggregate. Okay, so let's see, to aggregate or an aggregate score. Let's see, in very often competitions they have a home. They're made up of two parts. One where we play in on my pitch, and then the other one where we play on your pitch. So one is home and one is away, and the aggregate score is the sum of all of the scores. So maybe the first match, I win 2-1 and you win the second match 1-0. That means the aggregate score is 2-2. Okay, you add the two scores together, added together, mixed, combined. Aggregate, it's where you add several amounts or several scores or several things together. You put them all together. An aggregate is the number of things or the number of people, but as one group. Yeah, a society could be viewed as an aggregate of individuals, a body, a whole of individuals. So the aggregate is all of these put together. And then to aggregate is to put them all together. Yeah, if you aggregate money or you aggregate amounts, then you add various different things together and consider them as one single thing, again to combine, to mix. So all of the results of the school were aggregated, or all of the results of all of the schools were aggregated, were put together, were put into one amount to give an aggregate amount. Okay, or maybe you buy various things, or you buy the same thing but the cost varies. Then you have an aggregate cost, an aggregate level, an aggregate output. So the aggregate output of food for this country is increasing, an aggregate score. Okay, so aggregate, a whole formed by adding several different elements together. So the governing body was an aggregate of the governing bodies of various different members of it, all of them put together. Okay, a material can be an aggregate. An aggregate is a material where you've got fragments or particles of all sorts of things that are compacted together. If you're going to make cement, you need an aggregate. You put the cement together with solid particles, maybe gravel or rocks or various things, and you mix it all up. So the aggregate, it's a mix of different things. Okay, so an aggregate, something formed by adding several amounts or things together. So a snowflake is an aggregate of ice crystals put together. My team were eliminated from the competition because the aggregate score was in favour of the opposition. An aggregate, small stones used in building, in making cement or concrete or hard standing. It seems that the volume of aggregate used each year increases. Aggregate as an adjective, the total amount. So the aggregate sales of this company were 2.2 million pounds last year. To aggregate, to combine everything in a single total. So this is all of the amount aggregated together, put together, stuck together, joined together, formed into a group. Yeah, everything added together. Okay, so aggregate. What about formality? To aggregate, I think I would give this a 6.5. Use it in a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal or formal writing. And then as to origin, it comes from Latin aggregatus, aggrego, I flock together, add, to, and grego, I flock. I think this comes from the word grex, a flock. So, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Aggregate. Aggregate.